Everybody, I'm back with another video on everything I've done on my cutlass. I think this video I'm just gonna make it over everything that I've done. Go over go over everything. Sway bar is in. That's out of the caprice too. The sway bar is in. You do have to re-drill the holes. Yeah, I had to re-drill the holes. I was a little too far back than I liked. So the only thing I did is I put it up in there with a floor jack. Put the links in. I put the links in. Got them stuffed in there, and then I jacked it up from the center by the sway bar. Set it to where I wanted it, and everything. Made sure the links weren't leaning back too far and all that. Got it to where I liked it, and then made my marks and re-drilled the holes. What I used for the bolts though is this sway bar, the bolts that it comes with off of the caprice. These bolts, they're metric tread. Okay, so you can't use them, otherwise you're gonna mess your thread up. Well, I guess you can after you drill. But what I did is I had a set of stainless steel header bolts, and that's what I used. You don't want to use the half-inch or the 9/16 heads because they don't fit. You can't get the bolts tight. It's too close. So use some header bolts is what I used, or you can reuse your ones off the caprice after you re-drill the holes. It was it's off a little. I don't know if you can see that one right there. See, I had to reset it and everything, but I got it. It's straight. Everything works. The wheels turn, no problem. All that. Okay. I'm gonna try to go over everything I did. Hopefully I don't forget anything. And there's other videos that hopefully it'll be mentioned in there. I bought this whole kit, the whole front and rear rotor kit. It comes with the pads, ceramic pads, on eBay. It was like or actually I think it came out to like 207 with tax, free shipping. It's like 189 plus the tax. The only thing you need to take, or the only thing you need if you go to the boneyard and grab this stuff, the only thing you need is just a spindle if you plan on replacing the rotors with new ones. Otherwise, you just get the spindle, of course, with the backing plate, the rotor, and then grab the bearings too while you're at it. Keep your old caliper. You can use your old caliper. It all lines up and everything. Ball joints are okay, and tie rod. Everything else is good. You do have to use I'm thinking about having these rotors sent out. I'm gonna see how it feels and everything. Maybe have these rotors sent out and have them drilled for the proper lug pattern. And let's see what else. Okay, I'm trying to go through this real quick here. It did throw my alignment off. It threw my alignment off the ball joint, the spindle. I think this part here of the spindle is longer than my original one because it towed it, or I'm sorry, it bowed out real far, a pretty good amount. I readjusted all that. I did a string alignment on it real quick, just to, so I could take it for a ride. Let me see what else. Oh, that's on that, and then the back. This is the. I got the same sway bar. Oh, that's right. The front sway bar is way bigger than my stock one. My stock one is only like 3/4, and that front one now is like 1 1/8 inches. This sway bar is a little beefier than my original too. It's all new. uh, 373 gear, uh, 8.5. Obviously with the disc, this is out of the Impala. You know, I put the box control arms. Uh, Anything I had to face on here was, the only thing would have been the brake line. They make an adapter, supposedly to go from the bubble flare to the standard flare, but nobody had it, so I just ended up cutting my line and reflaring it myself. Um, Otherwise, if you use the rubber hose, then you try swapping out your rubber hose, you're gonna have to replace these lines too, and still end up doing it anyway. So, um, and there's the other rotors that's from the kit. Uh, I put a new cover on. Like I said, it's got a 373 gear in it. It's all new. It was a 308 gear. The tag was G80, so it's a 308 gear, or it was a 308 gear. Uh, let's see back here. Anything else other than that? Oh, the sway bar. I'm sorry, the control arm. I had to put a washer. You can barely see that one. Right there, it's the goldish looking. I had to put a washer in between there because it just had too much of a gap, and rear end probably would have been shifting. It might have been shifting around a little bit and making noise. Um, so I put the one on each side, and that solved that problem. Uh, these are G body springs. I put G body springs in mine only because I want the car to sit level, and my back tires are going to be taller, obviously, and I want the car a little bit lower, but yet tall, level. So I put the G body ones in there. We replaced those ones and the T type. So I put these in here a while ago now, and actually I do like where it does sit with them in there. And then with the taller tire, it'll be just about right. Because my front sits a little bit higher with the tires that I have now. Okay, that's everything on that. I think that's everything that I can think of offhand that I had to face and deal with. It really wasn't much. A lot of it was just straight in. I mean, all the issues are simple issues, simple problems that can be solved. Really easy with little effort. And like I said, I did, on the sway bar, I did drill the hole, re-drilled the holes, and I used the original bolts from the car's sway bar. If I can find one, hopefully. See, these are the originals from the Caprice here. This here looks just like a header bolt, but that's actually a 10 millimeter in metric thread. I don't know what the hell I did with the other ones. Oh, here we are. This is the originals from the car, but you see how it's got it'll cut right in there. That's what I used to make the thread inside after I drilled, and then I used the header bolts because I had both standard thread. Now this here, I'm just gonna take it all back. Luckily it's all still marked. Take it all back to the parts. I mean, you're talking, it's like almost $70, I think. Maybe 65. Anyway, other than that, everything else looks good. Okay, like I said, you will have to do your alignment. Check your alignment. My toe was off a little bit too, not real bad. It was a little bit off. So I did a string alignment on that. Like I said, again, so I could take this car for a ride and check everything. And there's plenty of videos on how to do that, the string alignment. And then, and there's other videos on the rest of the car. The motor's got the Tech system in it. I don't know if you can see. And it's got, the Tech, which I like it. I've had no problems so far with it. Everything seems to be good. I could play around with it a little bit here and there Worst case, if I don't like it, I go back to what I previously had it at. Other thing is now with the 373 gear, I am probably going to end up putting this trans in here. It's a 200 R4. Came from this car. We put a new one in here, so and there was nothing wrong with this trans. So probably gonna put the 200 R4 in this car because I want to bring my RPMs down, because it with that gear from my previous gear, it went up a lot. I mean, I was at 45 miles an hour. At 45 miles an hour, I was at 2100 RPMs with the 373. When I had the original highway gear in there, the original Posi, which is it was only a 241 gear. I was about 1950 at 55 miles an hour. So I want to get it back down there, you know. So I will end up putting that in at another time, though. Let's see. I hope I covered everything. There's nothing else I can really think of that I had to deal with. I do gotta bleed. I bled the brakes. They bled up and everything. But I think I need to bleed them again. Because it's still a little spongy. So I'm gonna bleed them all again just to make sure. Worst case, yeah, I'm gonna end up changing the proportioning valve because of the four-wheel disc now. So I guess that's everything. Like I said, this is just a quick run through on what everything is and all that. I just have a feeling I'm missing something. I'm trying to cover everything here. Yeah, I guess that is going to be all of it. And yeah, I guess so. I can't think of nothing else for the back. Now you don't have to use the G-body springs. I just did that because that's how I want the car to sit. But other than that, I guess that's everything. I hope I got covered everything for everybody, and I'm sure the other videos I may have been covered in there. So like, subscribe, all that good stuff, all that good nature, and you guys enjoy yourself and enjoy your day and enjoy your time. You guys all have a good one now.